ways to bridge the classroom to the community in the digital age.
Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
Lawns by Less, a family-owned business serving HOAs and commercial clients while working to improve the local community. Proud to support 8 Arizona PBS, enhancing Arizona landscape since 1982.
Deanne Griebel, now with Moores and Cabot Investments, serving investors since 1890, proudly supports quality programming on 8 Arizona PBS, 480-725-9602.
Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
If you are 60 or over, consider a charitable gift annuity with Arizona PBS. A charitable gift annuity will provide you a steady stream of income during your lifetime and also help ensure that Arizona PBS is available for future generations.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World. For veterans, coming back to civilian life brings new challenges, new opportunities, and new stories of remarkable courage and accomplishment. Veterans Coming Home connects veterans and their families to resources and services for a successful transition to civilian life. Explore some of the best resources and opportunities for veterans at azpbs.org/veterans. Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
Love and Life After 50 magazine, providing travel, entertainment, health, and lifestyle news for mature Arizonans for the past 35 years. Online at loveandlife.com and available at all Valley Walgreen locations.
Today's program is sponsored by RATW CPAs, Business and Financial Advisors, serving the needs of businesses and individuals since 1953.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
I spoke with an investigative journalism organization that's using Twitter to shed light on dark money.
Plus, we're tracking the response from police and presidential candidates following explosions and an arrest on the East Coast.
And Arizona's senior senator sounds off on the future of health care, John McCain's plan for getting rid of Obamacare.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Kate Pfeiffer.
And I'm Joey Carrera. Thanks for joining us.
In political campaigns, money can amplify your message with commercials, robocalls, and fundraisers.
Behind major political players are some big spenders and their checkbooks. Those big spenders can form political action committees, and they don't have to report their spending the same way candidates do. I spoke with an organization to learn how they're using social media to shed light on dark money in 140 characters or less.
The reason we made this bot was in 2014, we saw an explosion of dark money spending in Arizona.
Evan Weiledge of the Arizona Center for Investigative Reporting says the spending comes from nonprofit groups like Independent Expenditure and political action committees. Both groups have a legal way to keep their flow of funds in the dark, which is where the term dark money comes from.
One small section of the IE committees is permitted to spend money without disclosing where that money came from.
So what that means is that there is some independent group that's out there that's spending money because they think, candidate X ought to be elected or that candidate Y ought to be defeated.
Tom Collins, Arizona Citizens Clean Election Commission Director, says dark money diminishes voting rights, but it's not illegal. He says that since statehood, issues revolving around elections, voters, and public information were of the utmost importance.
They're all baked into the Arizona State Constitution and have all been concerns for, more than 100 years.
Collins says that since 2010, the legislature has passed bills that make public information about donations less transparent, like Senate Bill 1516. But there's always a paper trail, and that's where the dark money bot comes in.
Is actually picking up on reports that are filed at the Secretary of State's office by corporations and LLCs and unions.
And we just take that and format it into a tweet, including doing a lookup on the name to find a Twitter handle.
The dark money bot tweeted that $500,000 alone was spent in the primary election. Collins says we can expect to see another surge of spending ahead of the presidential election.
This really is sort of prime time coming up in the next few weeks for folks who are going to spend money to influence races.
To take a closer look at campaign donations, follow the Dark Money bot on Twitter at AZDarkMoney.
The Phoenix Police Department has no plans on increasing patrols in the wake of Saturday's New York bombing, but say officers are being encouraged to be more vigilant. The department also says they are not aware of any credible threats of terrorism here in the valley.
Police in New York are learning more about Ahmed Khan Rahami, the person they believe is behind this weekend's explosions in New York and New Jersey. Police arrested Rahami this morning after a brief shootout. They believe surveillance video near the Chelsea explosion site Saturday night shows the 28-year-old rolling a duffel bag behind him. The FBI says they are now trying to determine if Rahami acted alone or as part of a bigger terror network. President Obama is in New York this week speaking to the United Nations. This morning he said he wants to reassure Americans that they are working around the clock to prevent future terrorist attacks. President Obama also said we cannot let terrorists impact our everyday lives.
They are trying to hurt innocent people, but they also want to inspire fear in all of us. We all have a role to play as citizens in making sure that we don't succumb to that fear.
Libertarian Party candidate Gary Johnson is also responding to the New York explosion. Today he said the FBI clearly dropped the ball, but also said we are doing a good job of stopping attacks.
We've got a system that is working. Of course, constantly you're looking to improve on things in this country. I would be overseeing the improvement that obviously could take place.
Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump tweeted this morning after police arrested Rahami. Trump said law enforcement did a great job and without them we wouldn't have a country. In another tweet, Trump questioned how Rahami was even let into the country in the first place, saying, "Once again, someone we were told is okay turns out to be a terrorist who wants to destroy our country and our people."
A new poll released today shows Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are neck and neck in the battleground state of Florida. The poll conducted by the New York Times reveals Clinton only leads Trump by 1 percentage point, which is well inside the 3-point margin of error. The poll also shows the majority of likely voters in the Sunshine State view both candidates as unfavorable. Today in Philadelphia, Hillary Clinton acknowledged the race for the White House and how tough it's going to be. At the rally, Clinton called on all of her supporters to get out and vote.
This is going to be close. We need everyone off the sidelines. Not voting is not an option. That just plays into Trump's hands. It really does.
With the future of Obamacare at stake in this election, some key Arizona leaders are having their say. Maricopa and Pima County could soon have another option for insurance under the Affordable Care Act. A company called Centene says it's filed paperwork to be an approved provider. The number of choices have been dwindling, and Cronkite News reporter Allison Hoskins reports that's just one concern Senator John McCain has about the ACA.
Senator McCain was joined by Senator John Barrasso of Wyoming at the Better Business Bureau in downtown Phoenix to speak with Arizona residents about the problems they see with the Affordable Care Act and their plan to repeal and replace it. Standing in front of a full House, Senator McCain told Arizona citizens of his concerns surrounding President Barack Obama's Affordable Care Act.
The fundamental problem is that they decided they were going to take money from healthy young Americans to subsidize the health care of not so healthy older Americans. This is why there has to be a repeal.
U.S. Senator John Barrasso from Wyoming stated that the current plan needs to be replaced with a plan that allows states and individuals to have the power rather than the federal government.
We are willing to work with anybody who wants to actually get the power to individuals, get the power to the states, let those people make the decisions rather than more unelected, unaccountable bureaucrats in Washington and more federal dollars thrown at a system that really we know isn't working very well.
But Senator Katie Hobbs, Arizona's Senate Minority Leader, says the ACA does work.
The opponents of the Affordable Care Act want to claim that it's been an abysmal failure, but the fact is that more people are insured now than have ever been in the country, and that was the whole point, is that people have access to health insurance. So by that measure, it hasn't been a failure at all.
Aetna is just one healthcare provider that has pulled out of Arizona. This departure in 2017 would have left Pinal County without a provider, but Arizona Blue Cross Blue Shield has stepped in and decided to cover the county.
I think these issues can be resolved, and I think the bottom line, we shouldn't be jumping to the conclusion, oh, this doesn't work, we should repeal it.
Senators McCain and Barrasso are still working on passing a bill that would in fact repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, but not everyone in the House and Senate agrees with their plan. In the Broadcast Center, Allison Hoskins, Cronkite News.
An Arizona House representative accused of stealing nearly $2,000 has reached a plea deal. Representative Ceci Velasquez's attorney says she will plead guilty to a misdemeanor after supposedly receiving food stamps for 2 years when she didn't qualify. Velasquez's term in the House ends in January.
Students at Trevor Brown High School in Phoenix got the chance to see more than 100 immigrants become citizens this morning. Event organizer Katie Hansen tells us that 140 immigrants from 34 different nations became citizens. Among those at the ceremony was immigration activist Dulce Matuz. She was listed as one of Time magazine's most influential people in 2012. Matuz says her main message is to go out and vote.
For years, I've been telling people, encouraging people, and persuading people that, and explaining them the importance to register to vote and to participate in every election.
About 700 students were at the ceremony. This is the second time that Phoenix Union High School District has held it. For our full multimedia report on today's ceremony, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
There's a renewed push to get Arizonans back into the classroom,
even if that training takes them to a workshop instead of an office. Coming up on Cronkite News, hear from Governor Ducey on the goal behind Achieve 60 Arizona.
Plus, vocational training isn't just for college students. We'll take a look and take you to the West Valley, where they're rolling out a whole new plan to make high schoolers more handy.
Finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true. Yeah, I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
There's a renewed goal for young Arizonans: get a degree or a certificate and get a great job. Governor Doug Ducey and 60 community organizations invested in recent high school graduates, encouraging them to return to secondary schools. Jesse Canales tells us what financial payoff they expect Arizona to receive from their investment.
The group Achieve 60 AZ says less than half of 25-year-old or older Arizonans have a certificate or college degree. Governor Ducey wants to get that number to 60% by 2030.
But we must do more to make certain that the children of Arizona can achieve their full potential.
And with more than 70% of future careers requiring secondary education, Governor Doug Ducey wants to make sure students are prepared for those jobs. He and the group Achieve 60 AZ held a news conference at the Franklin Police and Fire High School. One of their main messages: get more Latinos and Native Americans into secondary schools and the workforce.
The importance of an education is more than just my generation. The importance of me eventually going back home to Gallup, New Mexico, and helping my people.
Governor Ducey says he does not only want to get millennials into colleges like ASU, but he wants to lure them into more skilled trade jobs and bridge Arizona's labor shortage gap.
For whatever reason in the past, we had this idea that everyone was going to go to college and have a white-collar job. Well, that's just not the case. That's just not accurate or true.
With private schools like ITT Tech closing, there is some skepticism whether attending another private school like UTI would benefit recent graduates.
4 out of 5 of our graduates working out in the industry. 63% completion rate of students who start our program. That's comparable to four-year universities and outperforms two-year colleges.
Cornelius Maxwell, a military veteran, says students benefit from hands-on learning taught at trade schools.
They want to get a feel for it. They see it, they can do it.
Achieve 60 AZ says if they reach their goal of 60% of working age adults receiving a certificate or college degree, they expect a $3.5 billion increase in personal income and state funding.
It is unclear where money to fund the program will come from. As of now, people have only donated their time, but discussions to fund and sustain the program are expected to continue for several weeks. Jesse Canales, Cronkite News.
Today's vocational education programs aren't the same as when your grandparents were in school. They now have a new name and new improvements. Cronkite News reporter Alicia Gonzalez tells us what else comes with that new title.
I attended some of the classes out at Peoria High School. I was surprised to find out just how advanced some of these high schoolers were. I was expecting hammers and nails, but I was met with so much more.
Schools have transformed vocational education programs into career and technical education programs, or CTEs for short. Students from all over the district come to the Peoria High School campus to learn medical, engineering, and technical skills.
I have a passion in technology. I've always been interested by how things work. It just intrigued me, and I've been driven to kind of discover more about those ever since.
Peoria Unified Superintendent Dr. Darwin Stifler said the programs are designed to close the skills gap for graduating students entering the workforce.
We have this intricate web, and I mean that in the very most positive way, of advisory councils that has educators and business people and government leaders to decide which are the programs we need to offer.
Other programs offered from around the district include culinary, early childcare, aircraft maintenance, and a long list of others. High school students are attending vocational ed programs like this one, and they're using 3D glasses and Z-space monitors like this one to dissect different parts of the human body for their medical careers after they graduate high school. Students in engineering and technical programs use 3D printers and other high-tech equipment like this, while certified instructors provide help along the way.
The students inspire me with their ideas, their energy. Some of the ideas come from a very different educational background, but those outrageous ideas, to see them grow into a reality is just a wonderful thing to say.
Instructors are certified to teach college-level courses, so these students can earn dual enrollment at the same time.
There are students within our programs who graduate from high school, and they also already have 2 years of college done.
Dr. Stifler said Peoria Unified is the leader in CTE programs, but can see that it's rapidly expanding throughout other Arizona school districts.
Some classes cost money if you're earning the dual enrollment college credits, but some are free if you take them right at your high school. Live in the First Amendment Forum, Alicia Gonzalez, Cronkite News.
It's been more than a decade in the making. Tonight, construction officially begins on the controversial South Mountain Freeway. We'll have details on how it'll impact your commute. Plus, self-driving cars are supposed to be the wave of the future. We have details on some testing mishaps here in the Valley.
And it's cloudy and 96 degrees right now. We'll see if that'll change as a result of the hurricane in Mexico coming up, as well as with your 7-day forecast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm always searching to feel like I fit into something.
We are the people that we are because of our past.
I'm just one of many who stopped being silent.
It's just proof of how far we have come.
Make sure in all the hustle and bustle, we don't lose sight of why we're here.
It all boils down to communicating the lives we live.
If you look closely, they've got a story to tell.
It connects with you in a very deep way.
We wish you love, peace, and soul.
Come with us on this great adventure.
I've been getting used to waking up.
Come and play with us.
Onward and onward.
Good ideas open up a whole new world of possibilities.
The more you know about history, the more you know about yourself.
The sky is the limit.
Where I go, there you are.
Fridays, it's at Cronkite News, your social sharing connection where you choose the news. Facebook likes and shares, tweets, retweets, and favorites. YouTube views and subscriptions. We're watching you watch us. From our digital home at cronkitenews.azpbs.org to your television, web browser, or mobile device. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Then join us for at Cronkite News, our weekly refresh, each Friday at 5 on Arizona PBS.
Don't forget that you and your collectibles are the stars of this show.
Between $2,000 and $2,500.
In excess of $15,000.
Wow, it's close to $10,000 right now.
Well, $100,000 wouldn't even be a down payment on this painting.
Oh, good.
Never thought it'd be that.
$1,200 to $1,500 at fair market value.
Join us for the next taping of Arizona Collectibles. Go to azpbs.org/collectibles to submit your items today.
Road crews started construction on the South Mountain Freeway today, and it may affect your commute tomorrow morning. ADOT officials say the first phase of construction is expected to take 4 months. Crews are setting up temporary concrete barriers at the I-10 and Loop 202 Santan Freeway exchange. The freeway will widen the shoulders and extend HOV lanes on Loop 202 from Pecos Road near 48th Street to the I-10 and 202 interchange. It's designed to provide an alternative to I-10 for those traveling east or west. The new freeway is expected to open by the end of 2019. Google says 3 of its self-driving vehicles were involved in crashes in the Phoenix metro area last month. According to an Arizona Republic report, drivers were operating the cars in 2 of the accidents, and an SUV was rear-ended in the 3rd crash. Google began testing its self-driving cars in Chandler in August. The company did not say how many of its 24 Lexus vehicles are operating in Chandler or how the accident rate compares to testing in other cities. Google officials say they started testing the cars in Arizona to see how they will respond to things like golf cart crossing and dust storms.
As we take a look at weather conditions right now in our state, you can see that there's some tropical moisture that's coming in from Mexico up across our state. And as we look at the forecasted rain, you can see that also that precipitation is going to be going mainly to the north of our state, also some in Tucson, and it's going to be sticking around. At 6 p.m. this evening, you'll see that it's going to be 98, but by 7 a.m. tomorrow, the clouds are out again, and we are at a high of 79 degrees. So that weather from the tropical moisture is going to be sticking around. As you can see, on Tuesday, we have highs 87 degrees and 95 on Wednesday. And as we take a look at the rest of your week, it looks like storms are going to be around for next weekend, at least some rainfall, that is. But if you notice a trend here, you can see that the highs across the week are in the 90s. So things are starting to cool down. It's going to be one of those times of year where you're wearing a sweater in the morning, and by noon, you're probably going to be a little too hot for that. Kate, what do we have coming up after the break?
The temperature is dropping for new university sports teams. Coming up on Cronkite News, we hit the ice for a look at where women's hockey is making strides.
The confidence to lead our country.
This isn't reality television.
I feel like Hamilton reached out from history and wouldn't let me go until I told his story.
I make no apology for my actions. I would do the same again.
How have we come so far and yet have so far to go?
Right there, coming up.
In 1920s Melbourne,
Careful with the hand luggage. My pistol's in there somewhere and it may still be loaded.
Phryne Fisher is a detective.
Things could get interesting around here.
Thought they already were.
Who isn't afraid to live a little.
I hope you're not concealing a dangerous weapon under that skirt.
I'm concealing a lot of things. Why do you think you could just run off on your own? Because I'm carrying a gun.
The irresistible series, Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries.
Saturday night at 10 on Arizona PBS.
Hi, I'm Charlie Rose. As part of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at ASU, Arizona PBS is providing a state-of-the-art venue for the next generation of journalists. From newsrooms in Washington, Los Angeles, and here in Phoenix, students engage in real-time, real-world news reporting, broadcast production, and online innovation. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS working together in new ways to bridge the classroom to the community in the digital age.
For only the third time in the award's 74-year history, a Phoenix-based news operation wins the prestigious Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award for Excellence in Broadcast Journalism. And this year, that news operation is Cronkite News, the news division of Arizona PBS, honored for its work on the groundbreaking documentary, Hooked, Tracking Heroin's Hold on Arizona. Cronkite News at Arizona PBS, award-winning journalism you can count on from the station you trust.
According to data from USA Hockey, women's participation in the sport is up more than 10% nationwide since 2010. Here in Arizona, the spike in female hockey players over that same time period has been far greater, a 57% increase. Cronkite News reporter Angela Denohan tells us what two local universities are doing to try to take advantage of that growth.
Until this fall, Arizona women who wanted to play ice hockey at a collegiate level had to leave the state. But with the American Collegiate Hockey Association adding Arizona State University and Grand Canyon University, women interested in hockey will now have the opportunity to play here.
Sing a song, you got it!
The AZ Lady Coyotes, a local club team for high school-aged players, say the addition is a natural evolution.
It allows girls to see an opportunity to play at the collegiate level. We encourage them to participate wherever they can, and being a part or trying to integrate with some of those programs can help them see a path to that.
For Arizona native Lindsay Ellis, ASU's coach, the idea of starting a women's club team at ASU was born a few days before she won an ACHA national championship, when she saw ASU men's team win a club title of its own.
For me to be able to see ASU win this national championship, I was kind of like, why can't us girls have that? Why do we have to travel all the way to the East Coast to follow our dreams of playing college hockey?
The Sun Devils will begin play this season, while GCU will take the ice in 2017. Director of Hockey Daniel Roy says the recruiting process has already begun.
We actually have some students on campus currently, a handful of girls who want to play women's hockey or who have played women's hockey, and they're from states like Minnesota, Alaska, Montana, California. So really, it's just recruiting for an entire year right now.
With two new universities for women's hockey players to consider, Roy anticipates more eyes on hockey in the Valley of the Sun. In Tempe, I'm Angela Linohan, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we'll hear how the city of Tempe is planning on building a biomedical campus at Town Lake. And we'll learn about concerns regarding the impact of development at the Grand Canyon.
I'm Judy Woodruff. On the next NewsHour, I sit down with Atlantic Magazine writer Jonathan Rauch to discuss his theory that American politics suffers from too much reform. That's Monday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
Yupa's Thai Kitchen in Tempe features fresh, authentic Thai cuisine and vegetarian Thai dishes served in a homeland-style decor atmosphere. Open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Information at 480-839-0576.
I'm Susan Linkus of the Linkus Group, a fee-based registered investment advisor specializing in financial planning, investment management, insurance strategies, and more. LinkusGroup.com, investing for life.
Love and Life After 50 magazine, providing travel, entertainment, health, and lifestyle news for mature Arizonans for the past 35 years. Online at loveandlife.com and available at all Valley Walgreens locations.
Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
Next time, Antiques Roadshow finds some knockout treasures in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Wow, that's much more than $75.
That's awesome. It's a good